So I'm making a map. I'm just rushing it because that's the fastest way to make a map. I just have to go as fast as I can. Right? I mean, yeah, there's no faster way. Of course, if I knew where I was going, I wouldn't need a map, would I? The map helps for planning, but I'm making a map that's on the scale of 1 to 16, and because of that, it's not really that good for planning. Not as good as the 1 to 1 scale, which I have back at the base. So what way shall I do this map? I'm not going to spiral out. You can see my base there in the top left. It's the sort of different coloured blotch. How many pixels is it? It's like 5 pixels, 5 or 6 pixels. So that corresponds to about 80 meters in the Minecraft world, in north to south length. I'm not really exploring wholeheartedly here. Ooh, a cookie. I'll leave it. And I'll also put a pie here. Because if... oh, and I'll get redstone. Because if I was exploring properly, I would be going slower. I'm just making a map as fast as I can. Why? Because that's the easiest thing to do while making a video. To just choose one goal and then just know that that's what you're doing. It's kind of weird, because if I wasn't doing that, I'd probably be continuing on building things, and that's a really slow process. Because I stop and I think and I wonder and I have second guesses and I go back and I break things again and fix them. Put them in positions that have no obvious purpose. I think it's more visually appealing in a video to just like go from one place to another, you see a lot more, but it's also really fast as well, and you don't see much of it for long. There's a lot of pleasure in just slowly looking at the corners, at the surfaces that you're building of a structure. As you do it. I could talk about what I'm looking at. And I suppose I'd have to learn how to do that. Because it's kind of multitasking, talking as well as building at the same time. But obviously, that is something as a human being I am capable of learning. So there's aspects of what I'm doing now that are both slow and fast. It's fast at the change in surroundings, but it's slow the map making. Well, maybe not that slow. I should work on my parkour. Yeah, really, I'm rushing this. I'm totally rushing it. Really, you'd want to take like a good long time to make your map. The map making process would just be a secondary sort of mission, if you will. Not really a first mission. But there you go, it's a first mission for me, so this is how I'm doing it. It would really be a secondary mission though, and the first mission would be anything else. Anything that takes you around this area. But it's so big, this whole Minecraft world. Let me rephrase. I looked it up on the internet and, oh, look at that. A TNT. Yeah, I looked it up and it's practically infinite. I mean, it is very, 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 very big. Now, I didn't really plan on looting anything. But if the opportunity arises, obviously I'm going to take it. Time to go and complete the next band. This is cool, just hopping along on sand. Of course, I'm not really commenting on the sand. could. What can I say about the sand that we're looking at? Well, I didn't develop the game, so I don't know where it came from, but it's a nice texture. What I like is that the positioning of each of these randomly generated objects is very precise. It's a precision that's overlooked, as the easier comment is that the quality is really low, it's really low graphics quality, but that's not true. In relation to every other object, it's very precise. In time-wise, there are gaps, so it's discontinuous in that sense. But that's just my computer. Or maybe it's my world. But any snapshot, like image, or basically like any particular frame is very precise. It's very coherent. And looking into the sand, then, though it's divided into 16 all three directions, you can almost identify individual particles of the sand within blocks that are quite far away. Now I'm playing with a render distance of one chunk because I like it that way. It's the fastest way, but also it's like kind of mysterious because I'm going the wrong way here. Forgot to look at the map. If I don't look at the map, then I'll miss whole swaths of the region. Oh no! Guy's shooting at me. Let me rephrase. Skellies pinpointed me. I don't really want to leave a whole lot of gaps in this map, but I'm starting to not care too much about the map anymore. Which is surprising, really. Also, I don't have time for that. So, like, not in one sitting anyway. Got it. Okay. And these grass elements. Well, gee, I'm not really creating the whole story experience, am I? I'm just like commenting on the texture and the graphics. This is exactly what I don't want in a video, and I'm doing it anyway. I'm just like talking about it as a game. Oh my god, it's a witch! How do I fight it? Ah! Ah, witch! Oh my god, there's so many of them! And they're all just looking at me! Oh no! Okay, this requires greater skill. Potion of slowness. What's this? The witch is drinking anyway. Oh my god, an Enderman! Yes! Maybe there's hope that I can actually get to the end. Okay, I'm gonna have to get this Enderman before 4 witches gang up on me. I must be in new ground. This is good. I've got like nothing. Sort of vaguely remember where they are. It's okay because I have a map. I think I should look at the map. Okay, that's where it is. Now, there's a very simple trick to defeat the Enderman. It's to build a roof that's 2 blocks high. Stand under it and then attract the Enderman's attention. But because I've only a render distance of 1 chunk, I'm going to have to get pretty close. It won't work for witches. Yeah, so maybe I'll actually build something small to protect myself. I suppose I could build a house 4 blocks high and get on the roof under another roof 2 blocks high. I think I'm going to have to raise the render distance as well in order to catch the Enderman, if he hasn't disappeared already. How exciting. This actually is very exciting, but I think I'm basically giving up on the map for the moment. Or accomplishing it in the fastest time possible, rather. Accomplish other things in the fastest time possible, I suppose. Like, I mean, the fastest time possible for me. I wonder, is this wise? Maybe the Enderman can still get me from under here. Ah! Well, he can't. Right. Here we go, breaking some rules. Aha! Come to me, Enderman, for I gaze into your eyes. He's not responding. I'll just wait. Oh no, someone's attacking me. Oh no. I don't even have a sword. Oh no, I died! Oh no, my stuff was there! I have to go back and get it now. Of course, this is just like me thinking out loud. It's really boring. But this is what I think. And it's definitely not the same words that I think. It's usually just completely quiet. I don't know why I'm saying these things out loud. Anyway, back in the artist's house. Let's see now. I gotta go fast. Oh, bother. The map was missing. How am I gonna find where it... Okay, so how big is the map then? That's the question. I don't remember. I'm going to check another map. It was far enough away for it not to be loading anymore, so once I enter the region I have about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so to find it. Actually, the thing I notice most about talking out loud while playing this is that I don't know so much about Minecraft. Like, how long does it take for the dropped items to disappear? Like, how big is a map? We'll find out into the old hut, which doubles up as a bar, which I'm very familiar with, having spent a lot of time on this area. What am I doing? Checking the map. You see, there's a bunch of maps here, and these have the same pixel width. So I'm just going to count the pixels on one of these maps to get an idea of how many blocks. Because I remember in the map that I looked at to discern my location, and this is the really boring way of doing this, by the way, but I was somewhere, I think it was the crosshair here. The crosshair was around, I mean, the location in the map was around here. You know, with respect to the edges of the square. This map here is a 1-to-1, so each one of these pixels is a block. And this then is how wide. I'm going to count this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, this is difficult. 35, 40. Okay, it's 40 to there, and there's a long grey bar, so I'll just move a bit. I'm on a stairs as well. Okay. What was that, 40? 45. 55. 60. 65. 70. 75. 80. 85. 90. 95. 100 up to that little J backwards on there, and then I'm going to have to scoot a bit. Okay, where was it? There. To what? Oh, bother, I forget. 100, yeah. Okay. 105, 110, 115, 120, 126. Well, I suspect it's 128, and I missed 2 somewhere. So if 128 is yeah, 7. Well, it's very difficult to do maths out loud with words because it's so important to keep it a quick exercise to do things that it's just more difficult to do basic maths while saying exactly what you're doing. But I'm going to say exactly what I'm doing. 128 is 2 to the 7, I remember, and it says on the map that I dropped that every pixel represents 16 blocks in the world. So 16 is 2 to the 4, and then 4 plus 7 is 11. So 2 to the 11 is 2048 meters. So that's how far. No, it couldn't be that far. 2048 from one end to the other end. It's a lot. So what's this then? This is 128 from there to there. And that was about 5 pixels high. So does this look like 80? Even though that doesn't really answer the question, but it does sort of verify the validity of my argument. Is this about 80 from top to bottom? Yes, it's about 80. Okay, well that doesn't verify it either, but you're just using it another vague method to, because it's the same thing. 2000, wow, okay, great maps. Wonder will I just make another map as I approach, so that I don't lose the other. There's no landmarks in the other place, so it's kind of going to be hard. I'm going to try and aim to do this in less than 8 minutes as well. Oh boy, pressure. We better hop to it. I don't think I have any iron blocks, so I can't actually make a compass, hence I can't make a map. Not without the iron blocks. Oh, unless I have... no, I don't. Whoa, there's such a huge amount of lag. I guess it's because I'm making the video. I wonder, does the lag actually affect the gameplay? Or just the graphics? Oh, I know why it's lag. Because I still have the render distance as 16. Okay. Take a shortcut. That was a quick breeze through my inventory. And this is a contraption that I learned from, oh, what was his name? Another YouTuber made a sugarcane harvester, which is easily findable on the internet. A lot of people are making them. I tried to make mine fit in an 8x8x8 cube, and I succeeded, after many tries. This isn't really helping my speed. I'm just running around being distracted. Where did I leave? I don't think it's in here, but I'm just going in here. I guess I'm just showing off. No, it's not in there. Right. So, it was that direction. About 200 meters. Of course, I don't think I'm going to make it in like 5 minutes. How fast does this character go? 1, 2. Oh, he's running. Oh, I have no food or anything. Oh, but this is going to be a disaster. I've no food and I'm going back to a place with 4 witches. Okay, that's it. I've changed my mind. I'm not making time a priority. I'm making success a priority. So I'm going to get prepared. I have the tools. I don't think I'll record it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and get my stuff from those witches. And I'm going to defeat the witches and take whatever drops they give. And then, oh, cake. And then I'm going to continue making the map. And then I'm going to put it on my wall. But not this wall, this is the artist's wall. This guy, the guy who lives in this house, whose stuff I'm taking, is a painter. And the guy who lives in this house is a wealthy, middle-aged businessman. And he's got the sword. And sometimes he borrows his neighbour's water. And you can get up on that roof. He's got a balcony there, see. Right. Sword. Okay, now I need food. Is it in here? No. And this house, nobody knows who lives here, but there is a portal in that room. So it's got unusual taste in entertainment, I suppose. The portal could be likened to a TV screen. I'm not really doing a good job at all. I think I'm going to not have too much faith in this video. Where is the... Must be in here. Yes. Right. I think that's enough. I think I'm prepared enough. Right. Where am I? Such lag. That's good. I'll try and record it and achieve it anyway. So it's about 200 meters. I'm just going to use this. Actually, it's too much trouble. No, it's not. It's a bad habit to drop this kind of stuff. I should get it straight away if it drops, otherwise I'm going to forget, and that map is pretty valuable. It represents not just the area, but also a mission. I originally planned to make a road, as you can see, back when I had a lot of cobblestone and no fantastic ideas about how to use it. I just decided to build a wall. So I built like an enclosure around the village and some area as well that I'd prepared as a base. And then a few years later I came back and I decided to put more things there. I built a house of redstone and snow with the label Nud Jeppesen. And I think the idea is he's... You see, the way I'm talking about this is absolute rubbish. Because... Also, which direction am I going? West? Should I be going west? No, I should be going east. Oh, bother. Wait. Is this true? Yes, I should be going east. Oh no, so I've gone the wrong way. Okay. But am I just going from A to B? Because I'm also sitting down at the computer screen. Obviously, I'm not going from A to B. So how do you talk about being in Minecraft? I suppose I could just pretend that I'm in the game. I am this character who has an appearance similar to the mobs. But the way I'm describing this is still awful because it doesn't help the whole experience of, imagining that you're in this amazing large universe of blocks, which is the proper way to go about it. I think. I think it's the best way to go about it. So I'm not really... I mean, ideally I just create... What? Did I get attacked by probably a small zombie? Let's find out. Or did I run into a cactus? Probably did. Even my response to situations in the game is ridiculous. I'm not acting very well. Because, if I was in the game, I'd be like, ah! A cactus! I just ran into a cactus! Bloody heck, that's stupid! Kind of way. I wouldn't just be like, oh, was that a cactus? Did I just walk into a cactus? I mean, in real life, if you walked into a cactus... But let's not bring real life into this, it's just a game. The healthier thing to do is not to do too much of recreation of the experience. Because, I mean, you can't... Well, I mean, no. Let me put it differently. Being cynical is the safest option. But is it the best option? I mean, I could be cynical about the thought that the things I do in Minecraft are applicable in the real world based on experience. And I have some experience with games. But I don't have experience with talking about games. In any case, I have a dream of making a good video that helps to capture a story. Progression, at least. I mean, the progression is built in stone, literally, in the game. I'm going the right direction now. But I've wasted like 10 minutes. Let's get some eggs. This is so distracting, I love it. Is it like real life? These are obviously the interesting questions, like, not so much will I put a red block on top of a blue block or a blue block on top of a red block, but like deeply philosophical questions like, what is life about and what is the Minecraft universe really? And it's like, it's in a computer. But it's not in a computer. And the language that I use to talk to people is different to the language I use to talk to computers. And the same for the computer amongst themselves. And how do you apply verbs to computers as well? I mean, do you tell a computer to do things? Or are you really just pressing buttons and structures that have been there for years continue to operate as normal? But you feel like it's different because you've placed items that hold meaning to you as a human being. I don't know why I'm looking in this chest, but I'm not going to refer to that anymore. And the thing is, the things that I'm saying, though they are big, they're still not precise. I'm just going to sleep. Because the things that you're seeing, well, the question is, should I explain what they are, where they came from, or should I leave you to guess? But of course, on looking at this, these are the things that you would ask yourself. You'd be like, I mean, assuming you're actually interested in what you're looking at, you'd be like, how long would it take? But these are also the boring adult questions that people ask when they're looking at these things. How long does it take to build that? How many blocks did you use? Like, did you do it in one sitting? Do you drink tea while you play Minecraft? And the more interesting questions drop by the wayside as we fail to answer them. But I'm going to be distracted further. I should probably not do this. Look at all of these cows. It's crazy. I'm going in here. I need to recuperate. That's better. Too much excitement. Well, I got the cow, at least. What is this place? Welcome to the Smithsonian Institute. But it's not the Smithsonian Institute. I think the Smithsonian Institute is a real place in the real universe. This place has been given a fake name. It's called the Missouric Institute. And it's also not an institute. I decided not to use that word. It's just a... I better keep those guys in there. No, get back in your cage, damn it. See, I can get away with saying get back in your cage, but a lot of time in real life, people who say that kind of thing should be playing a game. But look at that cage, it's great. I love how all these animals intersect. It's, I know it's profoundly interesting. Anyway, I'm going up and I'm going to make a book and put the book in a bookcase, and then put the bookcase on the top floor of the Masonic Institute, which isn't an institute, to continue to build a library, which is the reason why I had the cows there in the first place. But why don't you just keep cows for your companionship? Oh, well, I could do that too. And I do that, but if I'm doing that, I'm going to like take most of them and put them somewhere else, because I'm not going to be able to keep them in there for long. I mean, they just proliferate. Now, even without a long render distance, they're lagging up the whole place as well. I'm still working on this place. I'm not sure about a lot of the entrances and exits yet. So I've left a lot of it just in the middle of construction. And occasionally I return and I think about it a little bit. Oh no, I came here with one book. I can't make a bookcase with one book. Where did I leave the other two books? I think they're down in your man's place. Oh god, I'm not doing a good job of creating an experience. Your man's place. Down in, what's his name? Emiliano Zapfra's house, which is this one. I do kind of plan on putting more houses in. I don't have to go through the door, I can just go into the back. I think this is where I left the books. Nope. I left them in this other house, whose owner shall remain nameless until I think of a name. I call it a house, but it's really just a load of sandstone. Aha, one book. Oh, I still need two more. Oh, one more now. Thought I had more. Thought I had two books. I don't actually need one, but I think I saw a cow wandering around here, so it would be satisfying to add another book to the collection. Not forgetting, of course, that I'm heading back to pick up my map. So this is Minecraft. Basically just a lot of plans that you have while... Oh, now I've got two leather, so I can actually make two books. Which means I'll have one book to spare again. And this happened before. Oh, my wood as well. I brought a lot of wood. Oh, the tragedy. He says sarcastically. But I shouldn't be too sarcastic. Okay. Normally when I'm playing, I'm actually not this disappointed sounding either. I mean, I do sound very disappointed for some reason. Why do I sound disappointed? Am I disappointed? No, I'm distracted. No, something is making me nervous, and I think it's the fact that I have an appointment to make in 50 minutes, and I don't have a bicycle, and I have to take the bus, which is going to add more time, and I haven't done that in a long time. So I'm going to quickly just put this, yeah, because I don't have time to make more of a video. I'm going to go, lost in his own museum. I'm going to actually continue to distract myself just a little bit. No, I don't have any ingots, so I can't make shears to collect wool. Not that I need wool, I've already got 3 stacks of them. I'm quite fond of this place, this collection of objects. It looks kind of like an institute. Sorry about the lag. Ah yes, and this is the purpose, because of course the obsidian book enchanting table represents something, and it's an integral part of my progression in the game. As I move towards the end in the most slow and distracted way, what 2 things was I going to do? Build a map. Yeah, build a map and pick up my stuff. And what is stopping me from picking my stuff up now? Having food. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, and I'm going to stop the video here.